I was arrested for streaking at a golf tournament.
The man dressed up as a tree right behind me, slowly crossing the road, kind of holding up traffic.
He's coming at us with a large piece of equipment that could crush easily all of us.
Put your hands up. Do it now. I know you're not a plant. Slowly. Drop that.
This dude is butt-ass naked. What the He's in the middle of number 1 and 2 lane southbound, right in the middle of traffic, oncoming traffic. He's gonna get hit, is what he's gonna do. What the
Meet Jonathan Menth. He was arrested for stealing an ATV and then illegally driving it on the highway, going in the wrong direction. And
This dude is butt-ass naked. The cops have a rolling roadblock. I swear to God, there's like 12 of them behind us. White dude, naked as a jaybird, on an ATV, running against traffic on I-29.
Me and my buddy started noticing all these helicopters as we're swinging onto the highway, and all the cops were kind of converging in, and it's like, what in the world is going on here?
I mean, there's state troopers, the sheriff's department, helicopters up.
And this wasn't Menth's first encounter with the law. Earlier that day, according to police, a Missouri State Highway Patrol officer saw him driving erratically in a stolen PT Cruiser with a flat tire.
Tag guys. He's coming to you. Get him. He's right. Neighbor truck.
The officer tried to pull him over,
Oh, God. I can't stay with him, man. I can't do it.
but the chase was called off out of concern for public safety. The PT Cruiser was eventually found unoccupied, and Menth allegedly fled on foot until he came across an ATV with a key in it. The ATV belonged to Forrest Bryant.
I assume this guy must have came through the window, which was really odd because there was a pedestrian door 5 feet away. I called the Kansas City Police Department. I pretty much figured I had an ATV stolen out of my barn. She said, well, what color is it? And I said, well, it's yellow. And she started to chuckle.
It's unknown why Menth took his clothes off.
Wow.
It was about 20 or 25 that day. So he's going 60 miles an hour, butt naked, not me.
He was going down the railroad tracks and he hit a rail switch. When he hit it, he flew over the handlebars and they were able to catch him.
They're taking him into custody right here by the Samstown Casino.
Policeman called me and told me where the ATV was. And the first thing I did was took it to the car wash, ran about $8 worth of quarters to it, trying to get it clean.
Only in Kansas City.
Menth was originally charged with tampering of a motor vehicle, resisting arrest, burglary, property damage, and sexual misconduct. Menth was sentenced to and served 3 years in prison. But he agreed to a deal, pleading guilty to tampering with a motor vehicle and resisting arrest in exchange for the other charges being dropped. This is Officer Frederick Jenke's police vehicle. And this is 44-year-old Christian Radecki pulling into Officer Jenke's driveway and giving his police vehicle a little love tap. And this is Radecki dancing on Officer Jenke's police vehicle. Officer Jenke was home, but he had no idea what was going on in his driveway.
That particular day, I worked night shift, so I got off in the morning time and I was actually inside the house sleeping. He's a fairly good dancer, probably dances better than I can.
It was a neighbor who called 911 and reported Radecki's shenanigans, which didn't end with dancing. After about 6 minutes, Radecki proceeded to break off one of Jenke's windshield wipers. Then, after a short break in the action, he returned with an American flag that police say he stole from across the street. Before long, officers arrived on the scene and arrested Radecki.
I basically awoke to a knock at the door. Cape Coral Police Department told me what had happened. I didn't know who he was. I'd never met him before. Anytime you're a victim of something like that, it is a little disheartening that somebody came in and violated your privacy.
The reasoning he gave for this behavior?
Told the police that he was confronted by a vampire at his house and had showed her fangs, and that he went to go get the sheriff of Nottingham, which was over at my house, to go save the children. Obviously, in law enforcement, I've seen a lot of bizarre things, but this is the most bizarre thing that has happened at my house.
Officer Hankey pressed charges on behalf of the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Radecki was charged with disturbing the peace and property damage. He pled no contest to both charges, was found guilty, and served 148 days in jail. Some folks like to feed the birds in their yard. Others put out milk for a stray cat or two. But in Florida,
come on, baby,
they do things a little differently.
Come on. Come on. This is my backyard, and this is my fence. And now I want to introduce you to Hank. He's my alligator. Hank's been with us for 3 years, at least. He's a big boy. He's probably a 10-foot alligator. He doesn't go to anyone else's houses. Come on.
67-year-old Paul Fortin of Daytona Beach was fond of feeding bagels to the alligator who lived behind his house.
Come on, baby. Here you go. Come on. Come on. He's a good boy. He lets me pet him. Come on, baby. Just don't eat my foot, okay?
But soon after he posted this video on social media, one of Fortin's neighbors contacted Florida Fish and Wildlife, who dispatched an officer to his home.
I imagine you know why I'm here. I'm with Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. I'm here about you feeding an alligator. I have a video of you feeding an alligator. So if you want to talk about it, that's fine. If not, that's fine. I'll file charges with the state on that.
Charges?
Yes, sir.
Because I feed turtles. You want to come see?
I'll walk around with you.
I will come up. I will call them, and they'll come up here.
Okay, I'll meet you on back.
Okay. The whole neighborhood loves the alligators. Turtles, come on out. Come on, turtles.
And when you're out here feeding the turtles, you don't see alligators.
I've seen an alligator. The night they called was the first time I saw an alligator. But no, I wasn't feeding him. I was feeding the turtles. If you got a video of him feeding, I was feeding the turtles.
Okay, and what are you feeding the turtles?
Bread. You want bread? Just bread. That's it. I protected this land. I built the Cape May National Wildlife Refuge. I don't need those in my face.
I don't need you yelling at me. I'm just here investigating a complaint. Will do, sir. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Alligator. Every alligator away.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
2 hours later, the officer returned with backup.
I see him. Fish and Wildlife.
Hey, Paul, I think we got off to the wrong start last time, so we're going to try it again, all right? So the feeding of alligators and turtles is technically the same charge, which is a non-criminal infraction.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yep, can't do that anymore.
Technically the same charge.
And because we got a complaint on it, our hands are kind of tied, so we have to write you a citation.
But again, it's a non-criminal citation. It's not an arrestable offense, but you will be receiving a $100 citation.
Well, unfortunately, we actually have a video of you feeding an alligator. So there's an alligator clearly. Well, I mean, we have a video of you feeding them.
Show me it. Show me it. That's not my house. And this is my fence. That's not my house. He's my alligator.
There's the
It's
gator.
alligator, correct, sir?
Where?
He's in the water.
Back it up, freeze it.
There's you.
Where? I'm in the woods. He's my alligator.
Right there, sir.
Yeah, that's an alligator.
That's an alligator.
That's an alligator.
That looks like a turtle to me.
Absolutely not.
That's an alligator.
Oh, right.
You can-
Right, yeah, right. Okay, wait.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Why don't you arrest me?
Why would you want us to arrest you?
Because I want to show you that's a turtle.
Well, it's against the law to feed turtles too. Do you understand?
Okay, good. Let's go to court and say I can't feed a turtle.
That's an option. That's an option, sir. You can take it to court. Why are you becoming so aggressive?
Because
sir.
I showed you.
Sir.
Didn't I pull the turtles? I said, come to the backyard.
Sir, here's your
Let me
work
pull
form.
the turtles. The turtles came, right?
Paul, is that your first name? Can I call you Paul?
Paul, hey, you can't go. You can't go away. You can't go away. Hey, you can't go away. You can't go away. Stop resisting.
Okay.
Stop resisting. Are you going to sign the citation or no?
I built the
Sign the citation right now. Sign the citation right now. All right, turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Do it. Do what you gotta do. No, I'm not.
You're all on video, by the way, so it's all everything's on recording.
Good. I'm glad it is. Unlock me. I'll sign the citation.
That's done.
Okay.
So you are going to jail.
I'm so glad this is over. I want to get arrested.
Sir.
I want to get arrested.
All I wanted you to do is sign a citation.
Maybe you should have explained what the citation was for.
We did.
Feeding a turtle?
Get him in here.
Sir, we can discuss that in court.
Fortin was arrested and taken to Volusia County Jail for refusing to sign a citation and resisting an officer without violence. He pled nolo contendere, or no contest, to those charges and was sentenced to 2 days in jail. A charge of feeding wildlife or freshwater fish with food or garbage was dismissed. Shoplifters are a big problem for American businesses, large and small. Only about 2% are ever caught. So it's no wonder 46-year-old Darren Durant Jr. felt brazen enough to take it to a whole new level. Durant's suspicious behavior had previously caught the attention of a hardware store in Mims, Florida. But until recently, their security cameras were broken, so catching thieves was difficult. One store employee noticed that Durant always left in a red Jeep, so they took a picture of it just in case. Then, after an inventory check showed that 2 crossbows were missing, the store's manager fixed the surveillance cameras and eventually caught Durant stealing the same type of crossbow. After realizing it was attached to a display, Durant came back with snippers and clipped the 34-inch crossbow from his tethering, took it to a less conspicuous aisle, and stuffed it down his pants. The store's manager called the Brevard County Sheriff's Department, who ran the Jeep's license plate, matched it to Durant, and issued a warrant for his arrest. About 2 weeks later, he was tracked to a nearby drugstore and, after a short-lived escape attempt, was arrested. Durant, who already had multiple theft convictions on his record, pled guilty to a felony charge of petty theft with 2 or more prior convictions. He was sentenced to 27 months in prison. Liquor store robberies are fairly common crimes. Same goes for vehicle theft. But the crime that 38-year-old Joseph Martin tried to get away with was anything but common. One spring in Anchorage, Alaska, Martin robbed the Brown Jug liquor store. He didn't try to pick the lock or even break the front window. He went to a nearby construction company, stole a front loader, and used it to smash through the front entrance of the store. Then, after grabbing multiple bottles of alcohol, he decided to use the massive construction vehicle to make his getaway.
We're going at about 15 miles an hour.
After witnesses notified 911, Anchorage PD tracked Martin down as he weaved dangerously through residential neighborhoods.
Are the tires such that we can put on spike strips? No, they're industrial loader tires. We're not going to puncture them with spike strips. The only thing we can probably do is disable them with buckshot maybe, but I'm recommending against that now. We don't have anything that's going to be able to pit this thing off the road either.
Unable to get Martin to stop, officers shifted their focus to minimizing the potential damage to the public.
Let's start shutting down major intersections as this guy gets close so we can protect the motorists out there.
Then, suddenly, Martin made an abrupt turn, presenting the police with an opportunity.
He's got nowhere to go now unless he goes through a fence. He went through the RV park. X14, we might have to sacrifice some cars here. Let's stack up 3 or 4 cars at the entrance to this RV park.
Now, trapped in the RV park, Martin was faced with 2 options: give up or smash his way out.
Yeah, hold that area now, because he's going to be coming back out. Hey, Sergeant, I'm going to park my car right here and get out. Yeah, we'll take these 3 cars and stick them right across the entrance. Overlap them so he can't just push right through it.
Joseph Martin was arrested, and as part of a deal, he pled guilty to and was convicted of vehicle theft with damage, burglary, and felony DUI, with 2 prior convictions. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison and 3 years post-release probation. When 54-year-old James Nix arrived home in Jacksonville, Florida one June afternoon,
Sir, Mr. Nix.
Yeah, what happened?
Do me a favor, go ahead and shut your truck off, please, sir.
he was surprised to find deputies from the local sheriff's office waiting to take him into custody.
Step out for me. I'll explain everything to you. Turn around.
I'm under arrest.
Yes, sir. Turn around.
His crime?
Man, I ain't done nothing wrong.
The killing of Big Roo, the rooster who lived next door.
So what am I being arrested for?
The charge on the warrant is aggravated animal cruelty.
Being attacked by a chicken.
I wasn't here, bro.
I know.
His arrest made news all around the country.
There was journalists up there in New York. They just said, oh yeah, he's a murderer, a chicken murderer.
The chain of events that led to Big Roo's demise began days earlier when Nix made a trip to his mailbox.
Me and my father, we went out to check the mail. We noticed the chicken, you know, walking around the yard, and it just come out of the bushes and just whacked him in the leg, you know, and cut through his jeans and bleeding, and got a stick and got it away, you know, it ran off.
Show him the back of your leg. You been around chickens?
Here's what he done to me. Went in about that deep and ripped my skin. I wish I'd have got a damn warrant for him.
All this is over a rooster.
Several days later, on another trip to the mailbox, Nix had his own fateful run-in with the rooster.
And now I get to my mailbox one morning, could hear that chicken running up on me. And I get about 10, 15 feet up in my yard, and you know, I've just got letters in my hand and flip-flops and a bathing suit, so no protection, and neck flares up. He's on his war dance. He's doing his war dance, you know. We're stirring all around, running, getting away from this thing. And there's sticks laying in the yard, and I just happened to see one. I reached out, grabbed it, and the chicken's still flapping and quacking, you know, and I, and it, you know, it just died.
Nix claims he was not without remorse.
Well, I was like, oh no, man, I just made a mistake. You know, and I thought, oh man, this ain't gonna be good.
2 weeks later, Nix was arrested.
Damn chicken.
He was charged with animal cruelty and spent 30 hours in jail before being released on bail. But the state attorney soon dropped the charges.
Once she seen my father's leg, they had to shut it down. They had to drop the case without prejudice. You know, I didn't get a sorry, Mr. Nix, or, you know, here's the keys to the city of Jacksonville. You know, none of that. I mean, just it's like, oh, well, you know, they don't even want to admit to the mistake that they made. It was like it never happened. I mean, I forgive them. I forgive my neighbor. That's the right thing to do. You know, I'm just trying to keep some peace.